And to election matters now, less than 48 hours rather, to the elections, off-season elections in parts of Nigeria. The All Progressives Congress has gathered at the government house in Imo State capital, Owerri, to show solidarity with the incumbent governor, Hope Uzodinma, who is also contesting that election. Chief of Staff, amongst other stakeholders, spoke on what to expect.
I'm supporting him because his first tenure has been good. There are so many developments across Imo State as a whole. So I want him to go second term so that I can do more for the Imolites. That's why I'm supporting him for second term.
It's a very simple story. The municipal council is charged today for Saturday only. We are here today to come and tell governor that we are ready for Saturday's election. We are ready to go and we are good to go. Come Saturday.
Meanwhile, the Nigeria Police Force Public Relations Officer, or the Public Relations Officer of the Nigeria Police Force, Olumuyiwa Dejobi, who is in Owerri, the Imo State capital, where the elections are set to take place, spoke with News Central on the preparedness of the police ahead of the poll.
Generally, we have deployed enough and adequate personnel to cover these special assignments in Imo State, Kogi State, and in Bayelsa State. You know, election is not a day thing, it's a process. Since the day INEC made announcement of the election day, the IGP has taken the bull by the horn to do the needful, starting with necessary training for personnel that will be deployed for this assignment. Not all our personnel have been deployed for this assignment. Those designated officers deployed for this assignment have been trained, particularly in Imo, and Bayelsa, and in Kogi states respectively. And those commanders have been trained in Abuja to know what to do on the field. One thing is to deploy your men. Another thing is to have proper briefing with them to know what to do on the field. We don't want to come out on an operation like this and go contrary to what the Electoral Act of 2022 is saying. We have law governing this process, and we have our laws, extant laws in Nigeria, guiding our operational and administrative activities in Nigeria Police Force. In as much as police is the lead agency when it comes to the issue of election security management, we know what to do. We know our duties as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in the Electoral Act, and other.
Preparations are in top gear ahead of the off-season elections in Kogi State. Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Kogi State, DIG Habu Sani, has assured citizens that there will be a hitch-free election as the force is committed to providing the necessary security to the people of the state. The AIG gave the assurance while briefing senior police officers at the command's headquarters in Lokoja, the state capital. Stakeholders in the state expressed different views ahead of the election. Let's take a listen.
This election is going to be different. We've been training our manpower. From even the electoral officers were trained in so many areas, and they are really ready for this election. Our ad hoc staffs, they are all out there. They were being trained. We were training the corpers for almost 1 month, what we call route training. We're training them in their various CDS. We train them enough.
In as much as people rely on the uploaded result to the IREV, they should equally rely on the manually collected result. Because when we talk about transmission of election results, we are not talking about any different result. It is the same result on Form EC8A, which is written on or copied on the Form EC60E, poster 60E. That is the polling unit result poster, which is pasted on the wall, that is snapped, scanned, and uploaded to the IREV. So it is the same result. In as much as politicians or voters would want to rely on the uploaded result, they should equally rely on the manually collected results on the Form EC8A.
When you talked about history of electoral violence, you find it in these 3 states. That makes the election so peculiar. But however, what we have also seen on ground, for instance, yesterday here in Kogi and day before yesterday here in Kogi, you have cases of violence, electoral violence occurring again as we move close to the election. By our analysis and the report we released, we also saw that, look, as they move closer to the election, the tension begin to grow higher. and higher, and then you keep having cases of electoral violence occurring.
The federal government has made adequate arrangements. By the soldiers are in town, the police is in town, DSS, and all the security forces and agencies, they are on ground to ensure that everything moves